everybody. Welcome back to a regular old episode of Punchlines. We appreciate everybody watching yesterday's March Mayhem. We don't want to get sued. March Mayhem special, where the host of Sports by the Book and all us here at Punchlines, there was 8 of us. We drafted teams with a $100 fictional purse. We had a blast doing it. It's like a 90-minute show. So anybody who stuck with us for that entire show, thank you. It was a lot of fun. I know it was kind of weird, but, like Twitch has people watching people play video games, and people stayed with us. Right, Jerry? People seem to be fascinated by it. It was a lot of fun. And Chris is going to – when do we know when Chris is going to post odds? Do we know soon? No, but eventually they will be coming. Anyway, welcome back to a normal, regular episode of Punchlines. I'm Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan, and I hope that the first moment of today's show goes better than the first moment of the Laker-Atlanta Hawks game last night for poor Austin Reeves. Watch this. I mean, you want to be embarrassed? Okay, yeah. Oh, right there. I mean, that was the first play of the game. Then he stares him down a little. Or was he checking to see if he was okay? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he was checking to see.
No, I think that was I thought was going to be the dunk of the night, but Ryan.
Yeah, no, I think the Anthony Edwards dunk on John Collins was much better.
All right, go ahead and show this, and then this is fan footage too. So, I mean, how long are his arms?
I mean, he threw it.
I know, like
jumping from the inner circle of the free throw circle.
That's what I mean.
Throwing down on top of John Collins, who apparently had a contusion from that play. Anthony Edwards dislocated his finger. So, yeah, they showed him a clip of it, and he ended up reacting to it.
So Collins posterized
the reaction.
He's humiliated, but he's also injured during it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, here.
Opportunity, but if he can't
that's just
shoot this free throw.
So he probably dislocated his finger because he hit the rim hard with his finger when he released the ball, I'm guessing, right? Was it his index finger?
Well, no, it was the hand that hit Collins in the face.
Oh, I thought it was the dunk hand.
No, it was the hand that hit him in the face.
He hit him so hard with his hand in the oh my God. And then here's him watching his dunk after the game, right?
Oh my God. Hey, that was my best dunk of my career.
Best dunk of his career.
By the way, who's the announcer that's just as tall as him? Who is that?
I couldn't even react.
Who's interviewing him?
I'm going to guess a former player.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
The guy, made him look like Spud Webb.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's brutal. And then the memes started happening, and then some fan art.
Yeah, dedicated fan making wood art of this dunk last night. So within hours of the clip happening.
The game was in Minnesota, right?
Piece.
So it's back in the Eastern time zone, or is Minnesota?
No, it was in Atlanta, right?
No, it wasn't Atlanta.
Home team?
I don't know, but someone made wood art.
Utah. They were playing the Jazz.
Oh, they were okay, West Coast. So anyway, look at that. Someone actually stayed up all night and made that.
Yep.
They watched our draft special 4 times and made that. Okay, time for bed. That's right. Okay, time for bed. Well, kudos to you, guy, because that looks awesome. I mean, when you see the still of him from back here, you're like, no way is that going to be a dunk. And then I guess when you have long arms like that, you can do that.
We sent it in the chat, and Jerry sent the Space Jam meme of Jordan's arm reaching.
Jerry's always got to work a cartoon or video game in there. I love it. Space Jam meme. The original Space Jam, let's point out.
Yes.
Not this LeBron.
I don't think any of us have seen the new one.
No, LeBron's kids haven't even seen it.
Did.
Have you seen the newer version?
Yeah, it's awful.
It's awful. I was a little too old for the original Space Jam, but I've seen it. And it turns out I forgot. I know the 2 guys who wrote it. Steve and Leo were a comedy team that I worked with. They toured from Chicago, and I worked with them in my hometown. And they wrote that. They wrote the Santa Claus, and they wrote Space Jam. So they're fine. They're doing fine. All right. Anyway, we want to get you ready for the tournament. We're going to have Chuck Esposito and Chris Andrews on the show, but no one's more ready for the NCAA tournament than these girls. These girls, kudos to these girls. Mad respect here. They've taken their apartment wall, and it looks like blue tape, duct tape. Look at this. They've made a life-size bracket. Look, they're standing back like, yep, the East region's straight. Okay, South looks good. Now we're ready for hoops. Now, I don't know if they're going to use a pen or probably just papers and tape it up there. But
yeah, I'd imagine they.
That's impressive. I mean, I know you can buy like dry erase boards for the brackets, but these girls are like, nah, we're doing the whole wall. So way to go, ladies. That was very impressive. It's lunchtime here on the West Coast. And I know some of our viewers watch the show on their break and perhaps filling out a bracket. So if you want to shoot for a perfect bracket, good luck, because it's not going to happen. And our director pointed out that there was a piece online today about a guy who nearly did it. But the odds of doing it, you think are like, oh, what are they, like 1 million to 1, 1 billion to 1? Do we have the odds one?
Yeah.
It's like a number I've never, it's like 147 quintillion to 1. You look at the bracket in front of you. You're probably looking at one right now and you're like, this doesn't look so hard, but it's literally impossible. Do we have that? Okay, here it is. So just to predict the first round, 68.7 billion. Here it is. A perfect bracket with all 67 games. 1 in 147.6 quintillion. I mean, I'm sure, I was thinking like someone probably has an AI robot. They're going to figure out how to do like a ton of brackets or a perfect. It's just, I don't know if it's going to be done.
Yeah, I would imagine not.
Warren Buffett, years ago, the richest man in the world, one of the richest men, offered like $1 billion for anyone who ever to do a perfect one. No one's ever come close. But I did read his company. I forget the name of his company. Every year he does it, and whoever wins.
Berkshire Hathaway.
They get $100,000.
Well,
if you do
the winner.
The winner gets $100,000.
If someone gets a perfect bracket, they will get $1 million a year for the rest of their life.
For life. $1 million for life. But most people that work there are probably already like 50 or 60. That place has been around a long time. But anyway, good luck to everyone with their brackets.
My mom works for Berkshire.
I know that's all everyone's going to talk about. We can't wait for the games to start on Thursday. Well, the play-in game starts
today.
There's a play-in game today.
Yeah,
that's right.
2.
It's Wagner. I don't know who it is. Is it Wagner versus Howard?
Wagner and Howard in Colorado State, Virginia.
Which the Wagner-Howard game I have in our draft. Then they play North Carolina.
Which, speaking of which, if any of our viewers would like to join a tournament challenge, the link is in the video, or the link is in the description of the video. So underneath the channel, it's the first link you see in the description. So if anybody would like to do that, just for fun, no charge, but you can fill out a bracket and compete against the rest of us.
Yeah, do it. Let's do it. Especially our live commenters, our punchies, as Reno Paul calls them. Joey B said, chat room members deserve a milkshake from the ice cream shop for hanging the whole show yesterday. Joey B, if you come down here, we'll get you a milkshake. We'll do it. If you I can't email or I can't FedEx one, but if you come down, Kevin Belenkoff says they're the best milkshakes on the planet. You come down here, milkshakes on Ryan. Chris Andrews on the horn about this, Joey B. That came from us. All right. He's in Utah? I don't know what that means. Anyway.
In Utah was the dunk last night.
Oh, it was in Utah. Thank you. You want a beef grilled cheese at the Coronado Cafe. Daniel Pacheco. I don't know. Denny and I had one of those. His son and Chris, they're the best. And Joey B's all about Colorado State. LFG. What does that mean? Say that out loud. What does that mean? I know.
Let's Frank and go.
I like it.
Did you want to mention the bracket trend?
The bracket what?
The bracket trend.
Yeah, the trend. Yeah, we do want
the low seeds against
now,
the
Ryan.
high seeds.
Now, listen. I want you folks to know how the show's put together. You guys at home help a lot. Sometimes you post stuff or you send it to us. I know Reno Paul likes to send me stuff. Frank Murgy's not there, but Ryan and I back and forth. Ryan's always on. He's on the Twitter. I'm on the TikTok, which should be reversed. But anyway, go ahead, show this. A disturbing bracket trend. Can you read this out loud for everyone at home?
So in every tournament since 2021, a top seed has lost in the first round to a team with a phallic, euphemistic name. In 2021,
I knew would laugh at this.
Oral Roberts defeated number 2 Ohio State.
I don't
in
get
2022,
that one. Okay.
St. Peter's defeated number 2 Kentucky. In 2023, number 16, Fairleigh Dickinson defeated number 1 Purdue.
I don't think he has to hit all the caps, but I like it.
That's 3 years in a row, once in happenstance, twice as coincidence, and 3 times as a pattern. So this year, Houston faces Longwood.
All right. And by the way, I know Drew Dog over in the corner. He has Houston. Got to look out for Longwood. I'm telling you right now.
Pattern.
I don't know. Who do you think? You think North Carolina is going to win the tournament, right?
No.
Yeah, more. Oh!
Yeah. They didn't qualify because they're a 14 seed.
Because they're a 14. Oh, you have to be 15 or below.
Yeah. So a top 2 seed has gone down.
I got it.
Illinois would be a 3
Why do I feel like Arizona's going to lose to Long Beach State? I don't know.
If Caleb Love shoots under 40%, Arizona is 100% vulnerable.
I agree. All right, enough about basketball for now. Once again, like I said, coming up on the show in a few minutes is Chuck Esposito. Chris Andrews will stop in a little later on. We got these brackets. Not brackets. We have odds. These are odds on all the games. We have, this is futures. It's the champions. You want to bet the champion? Name a school. Duquesne, my alma mater of a semester, 500 to 1. But Duke's 30 to 1. UConn 4 to 1 looks like the favorite. Am I right?
Yeah.
The overall number 1 seed.
UConn 4 to 1. Purdue 6 to 1.
Yeah. Let's see. So check out the South Point Sportsbook app. We'll also have Chris in here. We'll talk a little bit towards the end of the show about this stuff.
Too. Yeah. Carolina's 12.
And we got regional breakdowns too. This is breaking down the regions. Again, Stetson 400 to 1 to win the East region. I feel like you could make them 4,000 to 1. Stetson's not coming out of the East region.
Too much of a liability.
I mean, it's just, I get, that's what it is, right? So you're thinking, there you go, your dad taught you well. All right. I want to remind you that it's baseball season starts tomorrow. Everyone's like, wait, it starts tomorrow, Ryan.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't.
Keep it an exhibition game.
I couldn't agree with you more. But poor old Los Angeles Dodgers and their $700 million designated hitter and the San Diego Padres, who've lost a lot of key players. Soto's gone. Snell's gone.
Got Dylan Cease.
They got Dylan Cease. They lost Josh Hader to Houston. So I don't know. There's baseball going on tonight, tomorrow morning, 3 a.m. West Coast time. Ann, are you getting up at 3 a.m. to watch the opening day baseball game? You betcha. You betcha. I'm going to get up. I will get up at 3 a.m. I'm going to go to a dark living room.
Oh, my God. You're going to wake up in the morning?
I'm going to wake up at 3 in the morning. Yeah. So, you guys better mute the live chat because I'm going to be texting tomorrow morning to everybody. Ann's already put me on silent. I'm going to be, what? Everyone's sleeping in, sleeping. I got a nickname Sleeping Beauty here. It's BS. Anyway, I'm going to be up at 3 a.m. to watch.
It's actually SB.
What's that?
It's actually SB.
SB now?
Sleeping Beauty.
It's just SB?
No, you said it's BS.
Oh, it's BS. Oh, Ryan flipped it. Very good. So anyway, I'm going to get up and watch the game. I know Reno Paul's a diehard Dodger fan. He's going to get up and watch at 3 a.m. And we're going to watch this game that's in Korea. It's in South Korea I think the Dodgers are around 190 minus 200. Tyler Glass now. The Dodgers are going to, I am a super baseball fan. I'm also very good at betting baseball. Now, we clown around here on the overs. I will win you money at baseball, and I will be giving out picks. My first pick of the year, Yu Darvish, great pitcher. Dodgers are going to be too much. Glasnow is going to be too much. Take the Dodgers. All right. Chuck Esposito's laughing. I don't know. We'll talk to him about baseball. We'll see what he thinks of this game at 3 a.m. I'm getting up. I'm not saying up for the whole game, but I'm getting up.
For first pitch?
First pitch and then back to bed. It's ridiculous. It's at 3 a.m. I'll do it. Shohei Ohtani. Big reveal. They revealed his new logo. I mean, you can see the NBA logo, right? It's Jerry West. See that MLB logo. NFL has the shield. Tiger Woods, he had the TW. Now he has, what is it? Sun,
tiger.
Day, red, and a tiger. Here is Shohei Ohtani's logo, ladies and gentlemen. And I got to say, I'm a little let down.
Yeah, a whole reveal video.
Yeah, here's the video. So I believe this is an app on your phone. You can get, there it is. So it's like a pencil drawing. So there it is.
Yeah, it's like the sketches for animations.
Yeah. So it's Shohei running. There it is. So now it freeze frames, and there's the logo. That's, I know, right? Hands like, that's it. So congratulations, New Balance on someone made millions of dollars. I don't know. Can you see my sketch? No, it's similar. It seems like that's probably a multi-million-dollar ask for a marketing. That's what they come up with. Yeah. Do you know it's Shohei Ohtani?
I mean, it's apparently his signature running stance.
Okay. Well, he's usually trotting around the bases, but we'll see.
Yep.
All right. Before we bring Chuck in, I just want to say it's March 19th, 2024. It's National Let's Laugh Day. Ryan, let's laugh. We both didn't get a lot of sleep, apparently. You were up late last night, right? Everyone's a little... It means, listen, it's National Let's Laugh Day. You have to. Brian gets to celebrate this every day working with me. You get to laugh all day for an hour. Go home, tell your wife, oh my God, Tiff, you are not going to believe what Frank did today. But anyway, you don't even have a 2-drink minimum on this show. By the way, it's Let's Laugh Day. By the way, I was the manager of the Jimmy Kimmel Club said tickets are live for my shows. May 17th and May 18th. 1 show Friday, 2 shows Saturday. Get them on Ticketmaster now or wherever you buy tickets. But anyway, there's lots of different laughs in the world. Did you know a giggle? A giggle is the laugh most often caused by nervousness. A guffaw, when something is especially funny and catches you off guard. A cackle, and give us a cackle. There you go. A belly laugh, Ann?
Oh, no, that was my belly laugh. Wait, can I go back to cackle?
Cackle.
I can't do it.
She can't cackle. All right. Chuckle? Laughter takes place in the throat and doesn't go much farther. All right. Anyway, it's episode 113, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you don't suffer from triskaidiscophobia. triskaidekaphobia. That's the fear of the number 13. And because number 13 is so scary, we didn't want to jinx the show. Ryan, we don't want to do a collage today.
Yeah,
right?
No bad luck on this one.
No bad luck. No collage today. We have a few more to do. We have 14 and 15, and then we're kind of done, possibly. We'll have to figure something else out because I love watching them, and I love playing the game. Number 13 and Hembo's book. Mike Greenberg and Hembo's book, they have who I would have wanted for the pound sign, Dan Marino.
Yeah.
Dan Marino threw for 5,000 yards and 48 touchdown passes before the pass. I mean, if Dan Marino was playing now, 6,000 yards, 100 touchdowns. He throws for 100.
Yeah.
He throws for 6 a game.
Yeah.
6 a game.
Yeah, with the penalties against the defense.
Exactly. Quickest release ever, and he is from a certain Steel City. All right, let's put on the headphones. Ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go to a break real quick. All right, we're going to go to a break. We're going to set up for Chuck, and Chris Andrews will be here, and we're going to look at live comments. We'll be right back in 2 minutes with more Punchlines. Thanks for watching.
Once you've satisfied your hunger, get ready for more of the hottest casino games in Vegas. Our 24-hour, 30-table non-smoking poker room proudly hosts all the most popular poker games with a variety of betting limits. Visit the poker room for a schedule of daily tournaments. Whether you're going to hold 'em or fold 'em, the best place for poker is at South Point Casino. You'll notice that our craps tables are usually the loudest in the casino. If you've never played, join one of our free craps lessons to find out what makes this game so exciting. Check with the craps dealer for schedules and give it a roll. Bingo is also an exciting way to spend your time. We offer 7 sessions of bingo every day. Bingo! And each session includes a cash ball jackpot, 12 bingo games, a progressive double action game, and a $10,000 bonus coverall. Electronic units are available. If you haven't played bingo with us, give it a try today. Guests can also get in on the action at our one-of-a-kind race and sports books. 2 separate rooms designed to maximize your experience and comfort. Our sports book, with over 400 seats, puts you right in the middle of the action, 24 hours a day. The friendly ticket writers are happy to help, and it's conveniently located next to the famous Del Mar Deli, where you'll find supersized portions of delicious deli items like roast beef, pastrami, and Reuben sandwiches, or soups, salads, and pizza. Plus spectacular desserts fit for a king. And right next door is the race book. Over 150 seats, each with its own TV screen. There are 16 interactive player terminals, so you can bet right from your seat.
Just reading the live comments. David Sanders, that's your stepdad, right?
Yep.
He's saying he will be up too for the Dodger game. So there you go.
He is a Dodgers fan.
All right, look, they're my second favorite baseball team. The gap between them and the Pirates is big, but I do like the Dodgers. They were my first team that I ever saw play at Dodger Stadium.
You would think that you would see the Dodgers play at Dodger Stadium, huh?
Well, yeah, but I'm saying I saw my first baseball game ever at Dodger Stadium in 1976. There's a gas station. Oh yeah, hi. What are we waving? Oh hey. Oh hey. Oh, is that Tommy?
That's Tommy.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Come on, no way. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, we didn't mention. We don't have time to talk about Justin Fields today. We'll get to that. Maybe we'll ask Chuck Esposito about that.
I'm sure Chuck has a take.
All right, let's welcome in. We got some technical difficulties worked out. Chris Andrews coming up at the end of the show, but right now from the Red Rock Casino, it's Chuck Esposito.
Yeah, Chuck.
Hey, Frank, how are you today?
What's up? We're having a good time, man. I mean, there's so much to talk about. We have baseball.
I can tell.
Baseball technically starting at 3 a.m. Will you be up at 3 a.m. watching this game?
No, but we'll be booking it live at 3 a.m. So we'll have, our guests are more than welcome to play.
There you go. Now, normally the sportsbook would not be open at 3 a.m., I guess.
Correct. The book will still be closed, but on the app, you can still bet it at 3 a.m.
There you go. All right, we'll be on the app. And by the way, I know there's people that get up and bet like Australian rugby. There's literally when you have an app, you can find sports 24 hours a day to bet. So
you can.
Anyway, so obviously we're talking about the brackets. We have our sheets released here at South Point, and I'm sure it's busy at Red Rock. So when you who's your college basketball team that you root for?
Whoever we need, Frank.
Okay, that's right.
There's no favorite teams anymore. Whoever we need, I am rooting for in every game.
All right, so how's the handle looking, and what's the early action like? So I guess it's too early to say who you're rooting for, but what do you think? What are some trends you're seeing?
Handle's been good so far. I think I think this year it's so wide open. Usually you can talk about maybe 6 or 8 teams that legitimately can cut down the nets. I think there's more like 15 to 18 teams this year. I think that was evident in the conference tournaments with the number of upsets and teams that won their conference tournament. So I think it's going to be wide open. I think you're looking for schools that have good guard play. Scoring was up this year. Teams had struggles winning on the road. So maybe teams that play well on the road and can play on both ends of the court is what I'm looking for this year.
Yeah, we did yesterday here the combination of punchlines and sports by the book. We did one of these drafts where
Chuck's part of it tomorrow.
They're
doing theirs tomorrow.
You're doing yours tomorrow. Okay. I had never done anything like this. I think we learned a lot about how to do it and everything, but I don't know. It was a lot of fun, and I don't know.
They got a little insight to see what teams will be going for.
We took a lot of notes from you guys, so it definitely helped.
Oh, wow. Yes, we are the guinea pigs for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not going to ask who you're eyeing, but did you happen to watch yesterday's episode, and did you think anybody did any better than others?
Oh, yeah. He was saying he was watching. He was taking notes. Yeah. Did you see any team or anyone's group that you thought looked strong?
I noticed, Ryan had a certain shirt on that, I knew there was going to be a large investment on that school yesterday. So I was a little worried when he started trying to drive some other teams up a bit. But
and that
I thought overall it was pretty entertaining. Just watching you guys and taking some notes overall.
Well,
Dad and I had fun watching you guys.
Oh my God! Sure. And again, we stumbled through it at times, but it was a lot of fun. And I just we just had it up there. That was awesome. So we just had our drafted teams. And by the way, I had an interesting idea. I said, hey, why don't you add the seeds totals together and see what your number comes at? I was a very low 39, so I'm going with a lot of chalk. But I don't know how I got Tennessee, Iowa State, and UConn. So I'm happy with that.
It's pretty strong. I mean, there's no question when you look at those schools. I think with UConn, you think about UCLA from 67 to 73, 7 national championships in a row. But since that time, only 2 schools. I think it's the 91-92 Duke Blue Devils and the 06-07 Florida Gators that have actually repeated. And UConn, I think, plays in the toughest bracket, guys, or the toughest region. Awfully tough, I think, to repeat, but they're awfully good.
Yeah, but they have Iowa State, Illinois, and Auburn in that region, and then BYU, which is a sexy pick, and then there's always my Duquesne at 100-1. So I'm looking at Duquesne too, but we'll see how it plays out. It was a lot of fun to do that. So what kind of how busy is it going to be there? What can people expect if they show up on Thursday to see some games? It's going to be nuts, right?
You're definitely going to be rooting for or against with about 400 or 500 of your closest friends. It's all about upsets, buzzer beaters, Cinderella stories. I've had people that have camped out in the book all night to get a seat. I actually had to bring them donuts and coffee. I'm losing my voice here.
That's all right. I know it's a busy week. That's okay. You brought them. Wait, people
have some fun in the book.
People came and slept out. They slept out in the book, or are you serious for waiting for the seats?
Camped out. Yep, in my career.
Oh my goodness.
I had IM call me at like 4 a.m. going, we can't clean the book. I'm like, why? They said it's full. I'm like, it's a good thing.
Oh my God. Now, the bet that I'm going to do a lot, and I used to come here a lot with my friend Bob, who might be watching the tournament. And we always love the first to 15. That's just such a fun bet. And Jeff Parles was talking about, who did he have? Was it Farley Dickinson, or who was it? Was it Farley Dickinson last year? I think so.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But that's a fun bet. If you're not a big basketball fan, you want to do a fun bet at the Rampart, come to the South Point, obviously, too. It's the first team to score 15 points. So a lot of the times, these lower seeds come out, and this is like a Super Bowl to them, and they're on adrenaline. And the higher seeds, the teams with more experience know, all right, let them wear out their adrenaline, let them get to 15, and then we'll win by 30. But that's a fun bet because you see people in the sportsbook go nuts. And it was Jeff, I think, last year, he said upstairs here at the South Point, the loudest roar of the tournament was when Farley Dickinson, I think, got to 15 first or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
whoever it was, yeah.
That's a fun bet. And what are some other prop bets that you enjoy, or what are some other stuff?
I think really the fun bets now are the live aspect.
Okay.
It's such a game changer now. that you're going to have live on every game, and guests that are looking to kind of get off or middle or put themselves in a better position. There's such a big part of the overall handle that's based on the live betting. And I think, when you look at a tournament like this that is a little bit more wide open, it's the Cinderella stories. Once you realize maybe a school that you have isn't going to win,
right,
or isn't going to cover the number, the crowd gets louder and louder rooting for one of these Cinderella stories. I mean, the atmosphere is second to none. I'm a little bit biased, but if you couldn't be at there live, I mean, to spend time in any one of the Las Vegas sports books during the tournament, it is crazy fun, and the sounds are contagious throughout the casino, especially on that first Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going to come in early on Thursday. So I'm getting up at 3 a.m. for baseball, and then Thursday I'm going to get up early because 9:40 tip-off BYU Duquesne. I went to Duquesne for a semester, so that's the closest I have to an alma mater, so I'm going to watch that. Now let's shift gears to the NFL draft, and I know you guys have some props on the draft. And how popular that must be huge. I mean, by the way, you can't get away from the NFL. The NFL's king, right? Year round they're doing stuff. So now you have some props. And Ryan, you were going to throw some up there, but tell us about your draft props.
Yeah, I think I'm a draft Nick. I know that Ryan's dad, Jason, is as well, and we love to put them up. They're not always something you do well on. It's something that really is based on kind of information, reading the tea leaves. There's smoke screens out there. But we have fun putting all these draft props up. The guests start betting them pretty quickly and have some fun with it. And we love putting them up there. It just makes the draft that much more fun when you've got a vested interest from our side, and I'm sure the guest side as well.
Well, it's a busy man, ladies and gentlemen. He's got phone calls coming in. All right, let's if you can throw up the Steelers' first selection, let's go take a look at it. I love the kicker, punter, or long snapper plus 12,500. I'm doing it. You never know. It could be something weird. They might need a long snapper. That's great. But anyway, I think offensive lineman is the favorite. You got it minus 180. Cornerback plus 280 looks good. They're not going to jump up to a receiver that early. They're 20th right now in the draft. But they got some draft capital. They could trade up. I don't think they're going to take a quarterback, but they do like some receivers there. But that's just a lot of fun right there. So do you also have your team? Do you have the Bears?
Well, the Bears is the number one overall pick.
The teams that look like they're locked in on a quarterback, we didn't.
Oh,
but
okay.
I think in Pittsburgh case, the value really is on receiver with the trade of Deontay Johnson, and now with Wilson and Fields, you've got a good tight end and Freiermuth. You've got Pickens. You've got a two-headed monster at running back. There's some really talented wide receivers outside of the top three guys. Maybe Thomas from LSU, another guy that could kind of stretch the field a little bit. I think there's value there with the Steelers at the wide receiver position. Although I don't necessarily see Tomlin going that route in the first round, I still think there's some value there to get either Wilson or Fields another weapon.
Yeah, I agree. That's really fun. That's a really cool thing there.
Well, you were talking about the baseball game tomorrow. How's your guys' future outlook so far? Is it mainly Dodger money?
Oh, could you hear Ryan? Oh, sorry. I thought you maybe can't. You couldn't hear Ryan, I guess.
I couldn't hear him. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I'll relay the question. He was just talking about baseball. Of course, we know it's starting tomorrow in Korea at 3 a.m. Pacific time. He said, is most of the money on the Dodgers right now, I believe?
Well, futures. Yeah, how's your guys' futures outlook? And
how's
are
your
the
futures?
Dodgers the most money?
Yeah, and are the Dodgers the most money on your futures?
Yeah, the Dodgers are always a really popular team. I think after that, it's people are looking for value. I mean, they looked at the Rangers last year. They possessed some value. I think this year we've seen some money come in on the Cubs. Tampa, there's always some money on. You look at some of the wide open divisions in baseball. Baltimore is another team that everybody is really high on this year. So it's early, but on a nightly basis, guys, we are usually rooting for some of those underdogs to come in, and rooting against the Dodgers in most cases from the business side of it is something that we need almost every single night.
And yet he's wearing Dodger blue today.
It's actually Cubby blue.
Oh, is it Cubs blue?
The better one. Have you seen any uptick in A's money? Being the fact that they
not a whole lot. It's anybody that wants to bet the A's. I'm kind of like, can I buy you lunch or can I pick you up and bring you over here? But they're going to be more of a popular team, knowing that they're going to be our team at some point. But we're going to be rooting for the A's plenty this year, guys.
Yeah, I think their over/under win total is the lowest. The Rockies are pretty far down there too.
Together, yeah.
Ryan is very upset about Oakland A's possibly moving here. He wants an expansion team. I'm sure that would be what everyone wants, but it's happening, right? They're coming.
I mean,
looks that way.
Still more hoops to jump through, but yeah.
And I don't know. The Trop's close on April 2nd, so the Trop's done. We know that. We know the Trop's going to be tomorrow. Right. We know that's coming down, and it's closing on April 2nd. So let's see. Let's see if we have any questions here. David said your stepdad went to BYU. I didn't realize that. So him and I are going to be rooting against opposite teams. And I don't know. Anything finally on the draft? Anything you want to let people know about? Not the draft, excuse me. March Madness. Well, can we say March Madness? We can say March Madness.
You just did 3 times. So
well, I think we're allowed to say it's like Super Bowl. You can say it, but we can't use it in advertising. March Mayhem is so stupid. And anytime I say Mayhem now, I think of the Allstate guy. I think of the guy, the Mayhem guy. Yeah. So anyway, what do you want to let people know about the
CBS
the upcoming tournament action this weekend?
The Allstate.
I guess if you haven't experienced it, you have to come out to any one of the books out here. In the state of Nevada, the atmosphere is just crazy. It's so much fun. I'm going to plug it on your guys' show. Sorry, but our last man standing contest, $25 entry fee. You can win up to $50,000 on the tournament. So a lot of cool stuff going on. But really, the atmosphere in the book is second to none, especially on those first 2 days, guys. And if Cinderella is alive and well, come next weekend. It's a little bit exciting, boys.
It's going to be a lot. There's always going to be some Cinderellas. Yeah. It's always going to be exciting. It's always exciting to have you on the show. Chuck, we appreciate it. Check out Chuck out at the Red Rock Hotel and Casino. And we have Chris Andrews coming up soon. But we just want to say Chuck. Thank you so much for being on the show.
All right. Thanks, guys. Always enjoy it.
All right. So that was one of the weirdest sign-offs I've ever done. I'm sorry. I was very stumbly right there, wasn't I? Okay. No one's going to critique me. All right. Anyway, we should sound the horn then. Woo! It's post time, baby. It's time for some posts with punchlines. Oh, there we go. Oh, Drew Dog cranking it up. Cranking it to 11. Oh, look, I'm wearing the same thing in that picture today. Look at that. I have the blue and white on. That's right. Wearing the same exact thing.
Hope you washed it.
Listen. If little tip about Frank Nicotero, I do more laundry than most people do.
I don't wash my body, but
I don't. Dan, you brought in a perfect point. I mean, if my clothes are clean, then I'm clean. I love laundry. I love doing laundry.
You love doing laundry.
I do. And the reason being is I didn't start doing it till I was probably in my 20s. My mommy did it for me for a very long time, but now I made up for lost time. Let's see here. Bob Dell. You can say March as long as you are not tied to a client. Oh, Bob is giving us the legalese here. He's on the radio in Baltimore. You can't say, we can't say March Madness when we use it. Okay, well, anyway. Does that get flagged, really? The words? Are the GoBots that good?
The GoBots?
Robots, GoBots. Wasn't that a cartoon for you kids? Yeah, all right.
Well, no.
Yeah, not I.
Was it older than that? Is that our age?
Yeah.
GoBots?
Yeah.
All right. We want to start with the Phillies. Are we starting with the Phillies?
Yeah.
And the PH word, the F word. So, they do live spring training is great because they can put mics on players in the dugout. No one really cares about the outcome of these games. So they had their pitcher, Jose Alvarado, talking to the announcers, and he let something slip.
Allá the grizzly bear.
He let a Jerry slip.
Allá the grizzly bear. I got sometimes I call to my people in the clubhouse, bro, I feel like a fat boy, I'm fat.
I'm fat.
He said the F word, but with a PH because he's a Philly. Yeah. But yeah, I'm fat. He's self-deprecating humor. It's a lot. I never heard of Jose Alvarado. Not one of my favorite pitchers.
He's on my fantasy team.
Is he really?
So, yeah, it's a whole dynasty league. Yeah, he's one of my relief pitchers.
Oh, who has O'Neal Cruz?
I do.
That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. All right. I put $10 for him to win the home run title. Pays like $10,000.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
He has like 6 or 7. He's crushing.
He's up to 7.
He hit 2 over 400 feet yesterday, and it's a flick of the wrists.
If he can play a full season,
and there's a short porch at PNC. It's 21 feet high.
Right.
21 feet high to commemorate Roberto Clemente, who played right field. But O'Neal Cruz is going to have a monster year. I'm looking at how many ways.
I'm hoping so. As long as
there's also a bet here. You can bet who's going to have more homers, him or Ellie De La Cruz from the Reds. And I think O'Neal's minus 135, minus 140.
He probably makes more contact than Ellie.
Yes. Yeah. You know how many times he struck out, Ellie De La Cruz? Yeah. He struck out like 120 times in like 70 games.
Yeah.
It's on pace for well over 200.
At least once a game.
All right. So what's that?
It was at least once a game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The book came out on him real quick. He made a splash, and then they're like, oh, you're just throwing breaking balls. Okay, so Drake. We're going to talk about Drake. Drake, he's considered the GOAT rapper, no?
I don't have that one.
You don't have that one?
No.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't need any more attention.
What's that?
He doesn't need any more attention.
He doesn't. All right, we doing A-Rod?
Yeah.
Okay, well, like A-Rod needs more attention.
Right.
So A-Rod all time. So A-Rod put out, he sat casually, just start rolling the video. This is A-Rod.
All right, well, this is very difficult to do, but here it goes.
His dream baseball team.
Try to
There's one glaring mistake in here. See if you can spot.
Players that I played with or against.
With or against.
All right, so here it goes.
And his tan seems to be gone.
This team will be managed by
that weird tan he had.
Catcher.
Okay.
Yadi Molina.
Perfect. That's great.
At first base.
Yep.
I have the great John.
What? John Olerud?
Switch hitter Roberto Alomar.
Bobby Alomar. Love it.
At third base.
Hall of Famer.
The great sweet swinging.
One of my favorite players. George Brett. Hit 390 one year in 1980.
Number 8, Cal Ripken.
Goes with
Jr.
Cal.
At left field. And the GOAT.
He calls Barry Bonds the GOAT. Not a lot of people. I wonder if he had an issue with something.
Sweet swinging.
A lot of juice up on that screen right now.
Not now.
Right field.
About how, yeah.
A little twist here because he played left.
Well, Manny Ramirez, another guy who kind of cheated.
Yeah.
Played right field for the Indians.
Cork bat.
He was also apparently one of the worst in the articles that I saw. One of the worst defenders of all time.
Manny Ramirez.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't known for his glove.
With 7 Cy Youngs.
And then for his pitch, he goes Clemens.
Second right-handed.
And Pedro. Pedro Martinez, my height, could shove.
I have Hall of Famer Randy Johnson.
Using all the terms. Then he's got Randy, the big unit.
Of mine, Andy Pettit.
Pettit. That's a solid choice. Andy Pettit. Consistent. And then his closer, Mariano Rivera. All right. John Olerud. All right, enough of A-Rod. I can't look at that anymore. All right, so anyway, are you an A-Rod fan?
Not really.
I think he does a good job on the MLB Network.
J-Lo fan.
He's well, man,
not anymore.
Man. Here's the thing about A-Rod. He brought up he has Barry Bonds on there, Clemens himself. Man, there's a lot of people who ran a Warren Report or whatever it was. First base, he doesn't have Miguel Cabrera or Albert Pujols. He took John Olerud. John Olerud, fine baseball player.
Is that the helmet wearing guy?
That's the helmet wearing. Bravo to Ann. I was just going to say, John Olerud had to wear a helmet in the field at first base because I think he had a brain aneurysm as a child or as a youngster. His head was sensitive, so he had to wear a helmet. And, of course, the story I probably told, Ricky Henderson gets traded to the Mets or whatever, and John Olerud was on the Mets or something, and he's like, oh, hey, man. So I played with a guy who wore a helmet all the time. And John Olerud was like, yeah, that was me in Toronto, you idiot. Ricky was only concerned about Ricky. You have to know that. But anyway, I don't know. It was kind of cool to hear A-Rod say his team. I'm just shocked, as arrogant as he is, that he didn't put himself at shortstop. Like at shortstop, me. Next,
well,
he went Cal Ripken.
He knows he'd miss more games than Ripken would. So
Yeesh.
I have to put Ripken at shortstop.
A-Rod, man. I mean, God, he could have. I mean, he's going to be forever tainted. All right, what do we have next?
Yeah, the hockey celebration. They did a shot tournament, or not tournament, but
yeah.
During intermission of a Flames game.
Okay.
They had a high school goalie and a high school puck
Yeah,
handler.
this is great.
And the kid scores and chooses to celebrate with the worm.
The worm. Now, to do that, to do the worm takes skill. To do it on ice with full pads, that kid's going somewhere.
Gets good distance too.
Now I'm gonna propose a bet right now. I'm gonna guarantee you right now an NHL player does that because that video you guarantee. I know every hockey player has seen that in their feed or shared. Someone's gonna try to do that.
And then the next shift, they're gonna get obliterated.
Oh
yeah.
Oh,
and it's gonna be a fight. Yeah.
Someone's gonna do it. Do you think someone will do that in the NHL this year?
It's much more of a NHL video game celebration. I don't know if it's
that kid probably will make it. Yeah, I don't know. I just write it down. Someone will do that.
Maybe ECHL.
Yeah, but then the gloves are dropped and he gets sucker punched and he's out for a month. Yeah, maybe in the minors. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, all right, what else do you have?
We've got the McNeese coach.
Now, the McNeese coach, this guy's interesting. Is it Will Wade is his name, I think?
I think so.
They lost last year, McNeese State. And by the way, who has McNeese State? Don't you, Ann?
Yes.
I think you have McNeese State. Where is McNeese State, by the way?
Yeah, I'm not.
Does anyone know? We'll figure it out. Someone will tell us. The Transformers. Thank you, Bob. Go Pods. I knew Bob Dahl would say something about My GoBot
It's
reference.
in Louisiana.
It's in Louisiana. Oh, yeah, down in Louisiana.
Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Come down here. Lake Charles. McNeese State, the coach, they lost 23 games after they got bounced last year. Here's what he said.
I can't wait to start the largest turnaround in college basketball this next season. We're going to go from 23 losses to 23-plus wins next year. Remember I said that.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, so he said, look, I'm not going to lose 23 games. I'm going to win at least 23 games. Well, I was wrong. They won 31 games. McNeese State. Let's take a look at McNeese State. What region are they in?
They are in...
Okay, they're not bad. Midwest region, they're 75-1.
Yeah.
That's not bad. They're right below. They're the same odds as Oregon. Now, that's weird to see, right? All right.
Yeah.
Oh, God. There's... Anyway, McNeese State.
Yep. Going into Gonzaga, so I'm rooting for the Zags in that one.
All right. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We're going to come back. Chris Andrews, our sportsbook director here at the South Point, will be here. We'll be right back with Chris Andrews.
South Point offers all the types of entertainment you'd expect at a first-class Las Vegas resort. Did you know our 400-seat showroom is one of Las Vegas's top destinations for live entertainment? Enjoy live performances by classic Vegas entertainers, bands, and today's hottest comedians, plus a rockin' dance floor. You can also enjoy live entertainment at the Grand View Lounge, where you'll feel all the vibes of old Las Vegas. Enjoy the music, and if you love to laugh, don't miss The Dirty at 12:30, our very own free comedy show, every Friday night at 12:30 a.m. in the Grand View Lounge. The Dirty is 100% free, so arrive early. Go to southpointcasino.com or call the box office at 77136 for today's performances at the showroom and the Grand View Lounge. When you're ready for your favorite cocktail, stop in and unwind at one of our 7 specialty lounges. There's a bar around every corner, because you're in Vegas, baby. South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
Just looking at the live comments, I just said, Joey B's funny. Joey B said, Frank is on top of his laundry and also on top of his 3/4 zip specials at Costco. I only have 1 or 2 3/4 zips. Ann has 1 or 2. I haven't worn them in a while. Maybe I'll bust out the green one tomorrow. I don't wear them all the time. Transformers, yeah, the GoBots are like the Transformers. And Dean Hilt. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Dean, for watching. David Sanders, everybody in the chat room. Hey, you know who we have here? The guy who's going to be in charge of everything here at the South Point Sportsbook. Chris Andrews is here.
Gonna be? What am I getting?
You are? No, you're not. You're gonna be. You're getting promoted.
Something happened I didn't know about.
I don't know for a lot, but you're being knighted. You're gonna be Sir Chris Andrews.
Yeah. Okay.
Sir Chris Andrews. Chris, we were looking at the future sheets. We're already having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we did that marathon show yesterday. It's a little long.
Yeah.
But
Just a little bit.
A little bit, but way more viewers on that episode than usual. So a lot of people were watching.
Good, yeah.
And our chat room stayed with us the whole time. Joey B says he feels like he should get a shake. I don't know if we can hook that up. I told him I'll buy him a shake if he comes down.
Joey B?
Joey B's always in the chat room.
I'll get him a shake.
Joey B.
From the man himself.
You heard it from the man himself. Free shake.
Stick it in your back pocket. Like, make yourself a coupon.
We'll do it.
Not the shake, but
so McNeese State, we just showed the coach McNeese State, and you said your wife Pam was asking about McNeese State.
I showed her my bracket.
Okay.
You know, I mean, first round you could pick some upsets.
Sure.
After that you start going chalk.
Right.
You know. But I have McNeese State. She says, who are they? Where are they? I said, think they're from Louisiana.
It is. Louisiana's confirmed. Yes,
not
exactly.
100% sure. Yeah.
That's what you learn. I remember a lot of people when they'd graduate college and I'd meet them, they go, "Oh, I go to Butler." I go, "Oh, Indiana." They're like, "How do you know?" I'm like, "It's only because of sports. It's not like I studied anything."
It's funny. I was in like first or second grade, and they're, name a city in Ohio. Well, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Athens. How do you know all these? My uncle's a degenerate gambler. And,
sports. That's all I can say. Sports. And you have McNeese State, so you got to feel good about that.
I don't know how good you feel about it.
Well, you got him for a song. Now, we looked at, okay, here's the odds to win the Midwest. So McNeese State. McNeese is the same as Oregon. That's an 11 and 12 seed right there. Purdue, obviously the favorite. But, boy, I liked Creighton. I didn't get Creighton. And I did get Tennessee, though. Tennessee's been my team the last couple weeks, I'd say the last couple months. I've really liked Tennessee. Grambling.
Rick Barnes has not been a great coach in the tournament.
This is what every time we talk about Tennessee, Jeff always wants to talk about how Rick Barnes is not a good coach.
I like him. I like his whole vibe. But, the fact is, this is really a very bottom line business. And a bottom line, he hasn't been very good in tournaments.
That's true. You got to win.
That's the way it is.
You got to win in March. Ryan, North Carolina. Now, yesterday when we did this draft, everyone kind of knew that you were going to go big. But I think we let you get them at a decent price, right?
They were still the second highest one seed.
Yeah,
that was priced. But I in all honesty, should have let them go.
Because it was over $30, right?
It was 29.
29. Okay, it was around 30. Yeah, it was a lot. Who was the highest? I think Houston went for the highest, right?
Houston, yeah, went.
Drew Dog went 30. Him and Sean were going at the end there.
Yeah.
I got UConn for 21. That's all I'm saying. I feel pretty good about it.
Really? That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I need the rosters.
You need the rosters? Ann has a graphic made, and she'll
give me the
rosters
rosters so I can make prices on you guys.
I just think we know who's going to be chalk. I'm just...
Yeah, you've got the highest seeds.
I do. Is that a bad... There they are. We're not going to make Chris do this now, but yeah, we have it all put together.
I'm not going to do it off the top of my
head. I know. All right. Well, we check. Go ahead, Chris. Give us numbers.
Yeah.
I had everybody add the seeds and wanted to see who had the lowest.
Everybody's even money.
There you go. We're all even money. There you go. And by the way, again, point out how people can be in our challenge. We're doing a bracket challenge.
In the details of today's video, there is a link for our ESPN tournament challenge, so any of our viewers can join and compete against the rest of us in a bracket challenge
for fun.
Yeah.
Or a free milkshake. I'll a free milkshake to the winner, but you got to come here and pick it up.
Yeah.
Can't mail that.
Oh, I'm not going to fax it to him or anything like that.
Fax. All right, so what's going on here at the South Point? The games, the real games start Thursday morning.
Yeah.
Duquesne tip-off at 9:40.
Yeah.
Duquesne BYU. Very excited for that. There's one game before that, but that's the 9:40 game. So there's going to be stuff all over the place.
I'm going up. I haven't looked. I didn't go yesterday, but I'm going to check it out today. Tom Blazer he's setting up the room. I think we're going to have 8 ticket writers and 4 kiosks.
Okay.
So, they're right in the middle of the room. I had some guy call. I won't go. He's a pain somewhere. I want to be right in the middle, where I could sit. There's not a bad seat. It's covered with. If you get a bad seat, you're right by the bar and the snack bar.
That sounds like a good seat. It sounds like a very good seat.
That bad,
yeah, I'll take that seat.
But there's tons of TVs everywhere. I would encourage everybody. We seat it seats about 2,500, but we actually are going to cut down some of it to like 2,300 because we have a couple promotions going.
Wow.
We have like a free throw shooting contest and some other stuff.
All right.
So, but probably every seat will be taken. Get here. Guys are asking me. I said, try to get here about 7.
Yeah.
So you'll make
7 a.m.
To get the seat you'll want.
Sure.
But if you show up at what time's the first game?
9:10, I think.
Yeah. Okay. If you show up at 9:09, you'll probably still find a decent seat.
But you're not going to get the one you want.
Yeah. And it's famous, and I'll wind up tweeting it out later. We don't gouge you. And you can see it on the main advertisement for the March Mayhem or whatever.
We're calling it March.
But Budweiser beers are $4. Some of the imports are $5. We don't screw you on the food prices and all that, and it's free entry. I saw Krakenberger retweeted some stuff about us today, saying we're really like we're the last old school joint here in the state. We don't charge for parking. We don't charge you getting in the parties.
Free valet.
Yeah, we don't screw you for food prices. And we give you great bargains in the sports book. Now, not 105 until next week for the Sweet 16. But still, we have the tightest, spreads in town, straddles for like just your regular money lines on the games. And it starts tonight.
What, the NIT?
1st to 15.
Oh, the first. Oh, okay. The first. There's one for the Wagner. Is it
for
Howard?
both those games tonight? Yeah.
I'm doing
Wagner
first
and
to 15.
Howard and Colorado State.
Colorado State.
Who are they playing?
Who's Colorado
Virginia,
State
I think,
playing?
right?
Virginia. Yeah.
How'd Virginia get in the tournament?
I don't know, but Kevin Belenkoff, who's one of our football experts who watches the show and who had a hot season of football, he likes Virginia plus the points. Says those Mountain West teams aren't usually good in the tournament, but I don't know. +3. Maybe Colorado State wins by a point or two. But
I just can't believe Virginia deserves to be over like Pitt or St. John's, or something like that.
Even just the marquee value of St. John's being in there with Patino.
Yeah.
But they did deserve it too, so that was a weird one.
But I would say too, and I think I might have said on your show. Was I on your show? I can't remember.
No,
I think it was on the other show. But Dick Vitale posted this. He said, these majors in the power conferences get every chance in the world. Yep. But what makes the tournament great? It's when a McNeese State wins.
Yes.
It's when Mercer wins.
Yep.
It's when Coppin State wins.
Yeah.
Those are the things. Now, let's say in the second round game, let's say Connecticut loses to. I'm not sure who they play in the second round, but let's say they lose to a 500 team from the Big 12.
Right.
Oh my God, that's gonna.
No.
Everyone said, "Oh yeah, well they ran into a really good team."
Yeah, right.
I might have, like I said, one of those other schools I just mentioned beats them. That's news.
Coppin State was a 15 seed against South Carolina, a 2 seed
in Pittsburgh.
Yes, and my buddy who watches Mike he graduated from South Carolina. I was working in LA on a game show called Debt. I was a writer on it, and I put a big bet. On South Carolina. No, not Coppin State.
Wow.
So I was watching the game, I think I was just getting updates, like on EA. So I wasn't, and I kept going, oh my, what? How did that? Yeah. So Coppin State will forever be, when I hear that team.
That was great. That was great for that school. Great, really, for the tournament. Again, we can remember back Valparaiso, Bryce Drew hit that shot. I mean, that was unbelievable.
You're talking about, against the Panther. Oh, Barry Goheen. Barry Goheen was at Vanderbilt,
wow,
I think.
I remember that name.
That was, again, when Pitt they had Charles Smith and Jerome Lane and those teams. And Barry Goheen hit like a half-quarter sent at OT and Pitt collapsed.
Yeah.
That was the shot, I think, for Pitt to win it. And they did
have, they were number
Goheen
one seeds a couple years,
Yes. That name, it's Barry Goheen or Doheen. I think it's with a G. But
and what's the coach's name again? Refresh my memory. He's at TCU now.
Oh, Jimmy Dixon.
Jamie Dixon.
Yeah, he had stacked teams. And
he was another guy that didn't win.
And Ben Howland, yeah.
Ben Howland, too. I wound up meeting Ben Howland. He was a really terrific guy. Went to Mississippi State. I was surprised he got fired at Mississippi State.
Yeah.
I thought he did a pretty good job there. And then UCLA took him to the Final Four, but that's not good enough at UCLA.
Unbelievable. Yeah, those are my two favorite teams, Pitt and UCLA, Ben Howland. So, yeah, UCLA had a bad year. Oof.
This year?
Yeah, they were bad.
Yeah.
Chris, I want to point out that in approximately, 24 minus 18 hours, baseball season starts. 3 a.m.
I know.
I am going to get up at 3 a.m. I'm going to file a report for the show tomorrow. I'm getting up at 3 a.m. What's the action like on the baseball game? Dodgers versus San Diego. It's about minus 190, minus 200.
I'll tell you the truth. I just got in. I've been running around all morning. I'm a little aggravated. I told you. But I'm just getting in. I haven't had a chance to look at the baseball yet.
So I'm going to watch. It's weird that they do this. They play a week and a half before. It's good to expand the game, I guess.
It is good to expand the game. And, we wound up, as we were coming out of the pandemic, we wound up seeing some Korean baseball. It's pretty good.
I watched it.
It's like AAA, I would say.
Yeah.
Taiwanese baseball we saw. I'll tell you what, those guys play hard.
Yeah.
They play really hard.
And the fans are into it, man. I'm going to eat it. I can't wait for baseball season. So go 3 a.m. You're not going to be up. You might be up with the newborn. Who knows?
Not to watch the Dodgers.
I forgot how much you hate the Dodgers.
L.A.
You just hate L.A.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to L.A.?
Yes.
And what did you think of it?
Not as much as it is hyped up to be.
Well, that's probably true.
I'm kind of with Ryan on this one. I spent some time in L.A. and I just started thinking, how can anybody live here? I don't know.
I'm happy to be here. Trust me. All right, Ryan. Any closing thoughts on the show today?
Well, I did have a question. I just wanted to ask: is there a 1 seed that you think goes down early, and who would that what 1 seed do you think falls first?
I think it might be North Carolina.
Yeah.
I hate that, and I swear I wasn't saying that because
no,
of you.
I do too. Yeah,
I'm a little worried about the 8-9 Mississippi State.
Yeah, and I mean you can see we don't have North Carolina favored in that in that region.
Yep.
We have Arizona the favorite. Matter of fact, I bet on Arizona by one of my sharp bettors.
That's
so
funny,
so I mean I think Carolina's pretty vulnerable. Okay. So.
Well, we were talking about. I still think Long Beach State could give Arizona a run. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, I think Arizona is the most vulnerable of all the top 8 teams. I think if you shut down Caleb Love, or even if he's just not having a good shooting night, they run through him just like Carolina did last year with him. If he isn't hitting his shots, the team is very vulnerable.
Well, I can tell you, Vinny, from like early November, might even late October, told me 2 things about this season. Number one, Arizona is very inconsistent.
Yeah.
But part of inconsistent is being really, really good.
Yeah.
And the other one is Auburn is really, really good.
Yep.
So those are the 2 that he kind of pointed out to me. I think
I wanted Auburn pretty bad yesterday.
Auburn, I think, is very live.
They're in that East region with UConn. Yeah, they're 4-1.
I still think UConn's the best team. Best team doesn't always win. We know that.
But look at that top 4 in that region: Connecticut, Iowa State, Illinois, and Auburn. I mean, that's that East.
They all won their.
They all won their tournaments, right?
They all won their conference.
They all won their tournaments. I don't know what they were doing in that East region.
I don't know why they would screw Connecticut like that. I don't know.
They're supposed to be the overall
that bad where he pissed everybody off so much. Maybe he did.
The overall number 1, and that's what they have to deal with. And don't even. Oh, by the way, San Diego State, who went to the championship game last year. BYU, everyone's sexy pick. Yeah, that's a tough region right there.
I got bet on BYU this morning.
You did?
Yeah.
Against Duquesne?
No, to win the region.
To win it. To win the region. What are they at? BYU 20-1.
Well, they're not at that anymore.
Okay.
Good donation there.
It was a big bet, was it?
It was a decent size
bet. Okay.
That was a good donation there because there hasn't been a 6 seed to advance to the Final Four since '92.
Really?
Yeah.
Every year's different.
It's that. Every year is different.
Yeah.
But you know what's not different? Coming down to the South Point to watch the games, it's going to be there's going to be people everywhere. It's going to be madness.
They shot. I think I could talk about this, but they shot a documentary last year.
Okay.
With me, Jimmy, and Vinny, and they shot it here.
Okay.
And at the Circa. And they're trying to, and I've seen what they call the sizzle reel
right.
in worlds like yours.
Yes, exactly.
But it's really good. I'm not supposed to show it to anybody, but
just roll it and roll that.
Yeah,
no.
I'll email it to you. But it's really good, and it was focused on the first round of the tournament.
The first round,
from us making the numbers, to the action in the first.
So
round.
there were cameras in the room while you guys were making lines.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're trying to sell this thing right now?
They're trying to sell it. I just talked to the guy the other day. Matter of fact, he was here, I think, last week or 2 weeks ago, and they're trying to sell it. I can tell you, the sizzle reel is really good.
Oh, man. All right, sounds good. Chris, thank you. I know your time is valuable because it's going to start getting – you don't get a day off for –
No.
He just rolls his eyes. No, I don't. All right, it's going to be fun. Remember, Ryan, the reminder one more time in the video links.
In the video details, there's a link for a men's tournament challenge bracket on ESPN. You can compete against all of us here in the studio just to see who does the best on making a bracket.
All right, and Dean Hilt, Auburn plays 9 guys, and they're all good. That's the final thought of the day.
Auburn has pretty good size, and they play good defense.
They won the SEC, right? They won the tournament. Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching the show. Tomorrow we'll be back. Tomorrow's what day? Tomorrow?
All day Wednesday.
All day Wednesday.
The 20th.
You got Damashek on the
We have Dave Damashek.
We also talk a little Steelers.
We're going to. I'm allowed to. Yes. We also have to talk to Justin Fields. We haven't even talked to Justin Fields.
I know. Sorry.
We have comedian Keith Lyle that's going to be here, and just confirmed this Friday, John Smoltz will be video linking in.
Great.
So how about that? Hall of Fame pitcher will be on Friday, and we're going to try to get Denny Nagel on with him. So we have a lot of guests coming up the rest of the week, and another comedian on Thursday. So it's going to be a fun week the last 3 days. And it's, by the way, when we're doing, I don't know, how are we going to do Thursday and Friday? Like while we're doing the shows, it's going to be madness all around us. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it may be a dip, but
I'll tell you what, it'll be electric back there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to hear like roars, and it's going to be like, first to 15, what happened?
That'll be the biggest roar.
Yes.
Unless somebody hits a 3-pointer at the buzzer.
The first to 15, man.
is crazy.
And we can do it on tonight's games.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to the window. Yeah. All right, thank you for watching the show, guys. Chat room, as always, you're fire. David Sanders. Oh, David Sanders, bracket submitted.
Fire.
He's already in.
Wait, did they get to choose their own bracket? I mean, they don't have to Calcutta like you guys.
Yeah, no, just
standard
like filling
bracket.
out your own bracket.
Just a standard bracket.
Oh, okay.
So we should end up with, quite a few people in it.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Everybody in the chat is welcome.
And does it have to be filled out by
viewers.
Today because of the Wagner-Howard game, or no? Is it Thursday?
I'm pretty sure it's Thursday.
Yeah, by
Thursday.
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 You get the plans. Yeah, it's Thursday. All right, so that's your orders. You have homework. Go do the bracket. Come back tomorrow. Please pass the show along, share the links, and please subscribe. We want to get to 2,000 by the end of March Madness. Let's do it. Why not? All right. We'll see you tomorrow on Punchlines. Line stands for Live in Nevada. Every show.